What's going on, Jets fans? Calvin Bush here alongside Jets head coach Parker Burgess for this week's episode of the Coach's Corner. Coach, you're back home after 5 weeks on the road. You're in your skates. You're a little bit taller than me, but back at home after a long road trip. How are you feeling to be back home?
We're pretty excited. It's been, I think, when we play Friday here at home, it will have been 47 days since our last home game. So it's been a long journey and some ups and downs and definitely some adversity, but we ended it the right way up in Fairbanks and built a little bit of momentum going into 14 of the next 16 games here being at home. So it's really nice to be home. It's going to be really nice to see our fans. It was a lot and it was long, especially being up in Alaska, but we're home now and we're getting back on the ice here for the first time since we got back to Janesville.
It's a lot of time together when you're on the road for that amount of time. You're in the hotel together, you're on the bus together, you're on the plane together, and then, whatever time otherwise not on the ice, you're together. So, and that amount of time that you've been able to spend with your team, it's a newer group this year. What were you able to take away from this long road trip with your guys here?
Yeah, I think the one thing I learned last year going up to Alaska, you learn a lot about your team, you learn a lot about your coaches, your players on and off the ice, just because you were in really extreme conditions. And when you're at home or on a regular road trip, you're at, like you said, you're at the hotel rink, but there's a lot of downtime and reprieve from being around each other. Being up in Alaska for 2 weeks, you don't really get that same reprieve. So you're in it together, and you do learn a lot about your team. And I think that's one thing we were very encouraged to see our guys' resilience and their response to some adversity. And the trip didn't start off the way we wanted on the ice, but to be able to go to Fairbanks, which is a first place team and a really difficult building to play in against one of the traditional NA powerhouses, and to win a series and win the last 2 games of that trip, it says a lot about our guys and their character, and we're excited about it moving forward.
Part of this newer group is Sylas Clare, and he's a rookie this year, and he's been dominating on the ice for you guys. Earned Midwest Division honors this week from the North American Hockey League. Just talk about his game and how nice it's been to have him get going here early on in the season. What that means for you guys going forward.
Yeah, it's awesome that Sy's been recognized, for his success this past weekend. But for him, it's been pretty consistent all year long. If you look at it, he's been an offensive catalyst for us since game 1. We rely on him pretty heavily, and I think one of the areas we're most proud of Sy in is he does have great offensive instincts, and he can contribute on the power play, and he's over a point a game guy, but he's also really committed to his play without the puck. He's moving his feet a lot more. His attention to detail in all 3 zones has really improved as the year's gone on. And if you look, he's a guy that's been on the ice pretty consistently when we have leads now too, and he can kill penalties, and he's taking a little bit of a leadership role as well. So we're very proud of Sy, and we're happy he's been recognized by the league, and he got the divisional honors, which is our first one of the year. But we've been very impressed and encouraged with Sy's performance all season long.
You already mentioned the excitement of being back home, but this is a big weekend for Janesville. It's always been here, and with the Jets. Salute to services this weekend. Coming back from the long road trip, now at home for 3 home series and a big weekend like Salute to Service. How much are you looking forward to playing in front of the fans in a big promotion like this?
A lot. I mean, it was fun playing against the fans in Fairbanks and in Anchorage, but it'll be nice to have them on our side, some fans on our side. We're excited to see, all the military personnel and families come out, and what they do for our country. Is tremendous, and their sacrifices and dedication is something that we're really looking forward to honoring, and hopefully we can honor it not only by some of the off-ice festivities, but also with our on-ice performance. So I know the guys are really looking forward to being back in Janesville playing in front of our crowd, and hopefully we can get a couple wins and maybe a Culver's card for everybody one of the nights.
Doesn't unfortunately count in Fairbanks, you did it, but hopefully we can keep that momentum rolling. Jets Salute to Service weekend, Friday and Saturday against the Minnesota Wilderness. The Jets will be wearing their specially designed camouflage jerseys presented by M3 Insurance. Doors open at 6. You can get your tickets at any Lions Quick Mart in Janesville or at the door. Active, duty, and veterans get in for free. Parker, thanks so much for your time. Glad to have you back, and we look forward to watching you play this weekend.
Yeah, glad to be back. Thanks a lot, Calvin.
Thank you, Parker.
All right.
Head coach Parker Burgess, I'm Calvin Bush. We hope to see you all at the rink. Until next time, this has been the Coach's Corner with Parker Burgess.